This week on Days of Our Lives, Salem isn't just haunted by ghosts, it's haunted by secrets, science, and sins that refuse to die. As Halloween approaches, the line between life and death blurs once again. E.J. DiMera dives into forbidden experiments, Stephanie Johnson steps into the spotlight, and Kat Green nearly becomes the victim of a slasher in the town square. But in Salem, nothing happens by accident. Every scream hides a motive. Every rescue hides a lie. Get ready, Days fans, the week of October 27th to 31st brings resurrection, revelation, and revenge. And by the time the costumes come off, someone's mask will never go back on again. For months, Stephanie Johnson has been living in the shadows of her own creation, the mysterious and glamorous alter ego known as Anastasia Sands. Behind that persona, she found confidence, power, and a freedom she never felt as plain old Stephanie. But secrets have a shelf life in Salem, and hers just expired. This week, Stephanie finally decides to step into the light and reveal the truth. She's tired of hiding, tired of pretending, and ready to own the identity that once protected her. But fame is a double-edged sword. As soon as she goes public, the walls start closing in. The press can't get enough of the real Anastasia. Strangers begin to recognize her on the street. And with every photo, every headline, she feels her privacy slipping away. Behind the glamour, Stephanie's heart races, because she knows exposure comes with danger. A chilling thought haunts her. What if someone out there becomes obsessed with her fame? What if her biggest fan becomes her worst nightmare? Worse still, whispers spread that her longtime friend Jeremy Horton leaked her identity. The betrayal shatters her, until she discovers the truth: it wasn't Jeremy at all. It was E.J. DiMera, the master manipulator who turned her secret into leverage. And when Stephanie confronts that truth, her fear transforms into fire. Because in Salem, the moment you drop your mask, someone else is already wearing one. In the quiet corners of Salem, where the shadows stretch long and whispers turn into rumors, E.J. DiMera is conducting something that feels less like science, and more like sorcery. He calls it a project. But those who've caught glimpses of his hidden lab beneath the DiMera mansion call it what it truly is: a resurrection chamber. Together with Dr. Mark Green, a former physician trying to rebuild his life after scandal, E.J. has been experimenting with genetic restoration, neural stimulation, and something even darker. Whatever it is, it's funded off the books, beyond the reach of ethics, and shrouded in secrecy. Mark knows he's playing with fire. He's signed a non-disclosure agreement so strict it could ruin him if he talks. But he's also haunted by the things he's seen in that lab, by the voice recordings, by the heartbeat that shouldn't exist. Because deep within those experiments, there's a name that keeps appearing in E.J.'s files. A name Salem thought it had buried forever: Stefano DiMera. E.J. claims he's studying the effects of memory imprinting. But the reality might be far worse. Could he actually be trying to recreate his father, molecule by molecule, memory by memory? Tony DiMera, or perhaps Andre masquerading as Tony, seems to know more than he admits. And when Andre's involved, manipulation is guaranteed. As the people of Salem laugh and dance through Halloween night, E.J.'s machines hum softly in the dark. Something ancient is awakening, and it's wearing the face of a legend. Because for the DiMeras, death isn't the end. It's just another family experiment. Halloween in Salem is never just a night of costumes and candy, it's a performance of light and shadow, laughter and fear. The town square glows with orange lanterns and laughter. Children chase each other in masks, adults toast pumpkin cider under twinkling lights. Music plays, couples dance, and for a brief moment, it feels like Salem has forgotten its darkness. But then, the camera shifts. We see a silhouette moving through the crowd. Slow, deliberate, hidden beneath a white lab coat and a plastic mask. The figure stops behind Kat Green, who's helping a child adjust their costume. A flash of metal glints beneath the streetlight, a scalpel, not a knife. The figure lunges. Gasps echo through the square. Kat freezes, her eyes widening as the blade slices through the air, until Alex Kuriakis's voice pierces the chaos. "Kat, look out." In one heartbeat, Kat stumbles backward, straight into Chad DiMera's arms. Their collision feels like fate, raw, emotional, charged with everything unspoken. For a moment, they just stare at each other, breathless, hearts pounding. But not everyone sees a rescue. From across the square, Thomas DiMera watches, confusion and fear twisting in his young eyes. His father, holding Kat. His protector, saving another woman. It's a moment that plants a dangerous seed, jealousy, pain, and something darker. The attacker vanishes into the crowd, leaving behind only one thing: a blood-stained hospital badge. A warning, a clue, or perhaps, a message from EJ's lab below. Because in Salem, even a party can become a crime scene, and every scream has a story. In the aftermath of the attack, Salem's adults are terrified, but it's the children who truly carry the scars. Thomas DiMera, once quiet and curious, begins to change. He replays that moment in his mind, Kat in his father's arms, the attacker's mask, the fear in Chad's eyes. It loops endlessly, warping reality until he can't tell what's real and what's memory. At school, his drawings turn darker. He writes words like blood, experiment, and rescue, words no child should know so well. Marlena notices, so does Chad, but neither realizes how deep the damage runs. Thomas isn't just scared, he's awakening to something. A legacy. The DiMera curse doesn't skip generations. It mutates. Meanwhile, Rachel Black becomes the mirror image of his turmoil. Her therapy sessions with Marlena spiral out of control as her memories break through the fog. Flashes of white rooms, men in lab coats, the sound of machines, and a voice whispering, "Don't tell." Marlena tries to reason with her, but Rachel's episodes grow violent. Objects fly. She screams about the experiment and the man who died but didn't die. Could she have seen something in EJ's lab, something no one was supposed to? As Halloween night deepens, Thomas hides his fear, and Rachel loses control. Their paths, drawn by blood and fate, are about to collide. And when they do, Salem's next generation won't just inherit their parents' sins. They'll become the proof that evil never really dies. Midnight in Salem. The storm outside the DiMera mansion rages like a living thing. Wind howling, thunder cracking as if the heavens themselves sense what's about to happen. In the heart of the mansion, deep below the main floor, EJ DiMera stands in a sterile underground chamber, the culmination of months of forbidden research. The hum of machinery fills the room, soft and steady, like the heartbeat of something unnatural. Before him stands a sealed glass pod, wrapped in tubes, monitors, and flickering lights. Inside, a shadow moves. Tony DiMera, or perhaps Andre, his expression too calm to be trusted, hovers near the console. EJ, he warns softly. Some doors, once opened, can't be closed. But EJ's eyes are fixed on the monitor. Determined. Consumed. This isn't just science, he murmurs. It's destiny. He presses a button. The room erupts with blinding light. The machines begin to pulse, irregular, frantic, alive. On the screen, a faint heartbeat appears, then stabilizes. And from the static of the intercom, a voice breaks through. Hoarse. Familiar. Commanding. EJ, my son. EJ freezes, his breath catching in disbelief and awe. Father, he whispers. It's Stefano DiMera. Whether ghost, clone, or technological resurrection, the phoenix lives again. As lightning strikes above, the mansion lights flicker. In the town square, Kat Green shivers, feeling a chill that seems to crawl straight from the grave. Back underground, EJ's phone vibrates. He answers. The voice on the line speaks a single word, resurrection. And just like that, the legend awakens. The phoenix has risen, and Salem's darkest chapter begins anew. So, what do you think, Days fans? Did we just witness the impossible, Stefano Demera's return from the dead? Or is this all part of EJ's descent into obsession and madness? Maybe what we saw in that lab wasn't resurrection at all, but retribution. Was Kat's Halloween attack merely a coincidence, or a warning from someone trying to stop EJ's experiment before it succeeds? And what if the experiment did work, but not the way EJ expected? What if the phoenix came back wrong? Across Salem, everyone can feel it, the air heavier, colder, almost aware. Stephanie's fame, Rachel's memories, Thomas's fears, they're all threads in the same web, a web spun long ago by Stefano himself. This isn't just a Halloween special, it's a rebirth. The moment when the past claws its way out of the grave and demands to be seen. So tell me, Days of Our Lives fans, who do you think made that call? Is the phoenix truly reborn, or is someone using his name to start a new reign of terror? Leave your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more chilling breakdowns. Because in Salem, death is never final. It's only the beginning of the next night.